Abash! Cristiano Ronaldo, suey.
Abosh.
There you go, unmuted. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How we doing? How we doing? Hope you're well. Hope you're well. Hope you had a wonderful working week. If you did go back the same as me this week, but we are back once again, like the Renegade Master. But with some more Call of Duty, and we've got XP League Europe once again, shining the light of COD's finest. The boys of Incentive Arise Dynasty, they are back again, up against Bleedy Nose. I'd like to know what the guys' thoughts were behind that one, because that's a very bizarre name. But the players on both teams on these ones, I'll show you guys them in a second. But quickly, before I do mention it, we do have a new channel point noise. We have the Abosh, as by popular demand. It was requested that we put it on. So yeah, with 1,000 of your finest anti-chafe points, you can redeem an Abosh, as Mr. Dreg has done. So feel free to do that, along with all the C's and Sueys to your heart's content. We're about to set up the lobby now. All right. Oh, sweet. Cheers, mate. Thank you. Yeah. So as the guys get lobbied up, I'll quickly run through the teams for this evening, guys, because we are now in playoffs actually for XP League Division 1, and there is 480 quid on the line for this one. So it's going to be an important game. This one, I will show you guys the bracket of what it currently looks like. So we are covering that game number 10. Second from the top, just on the right. So Incentive Arise Dynasty up against Bleedy Nose, and then the other winners semi-final, which we are actually going to have the pleasure of casting tomorrow, is going to be the boys of Vitalize Academy up against the boys. So that should be another good game. We've managed to pinch that one as well. So a big shout out to the guys for letting us cover that one. Sammy, how are we? Welcome. The Scuff streamer. That would be I. That would be me. Oh, Riz wants an Abosh as well. There's the Abosh. Yeah, Pabs will be joining me on this one, just so you guys know. But he's running late in Pabs fashion. So as soon as I can get him in, I will pull him into the stream. But for now, it's just little old me and you beautiful people in the chat. I got a bleed. That's when we started, so I screamed down the mic, I got a bleedy nose, and that's that. I rate that, Rigo. Sometimes it's just the off-the-cuff ones, isn't it? They're always the best ones. So yeah, best of 5, guys, in this Division 1 playoffs game. As they all will be, apart from the grand final. I'm not sure if it's best of 7 or if it's potentially... He's okay, yeah, Pabs is still drinking beer in the pub at the moment, so it might just be me for the whole thing. I will be honest with you guys. He did say he'd be here, but listen, the guy's chilling. He's well and truly within his rights to come and go as he pleases. He's always welcome, as you guys know. Hayden wants a suit. Connor, I want to see the boomstick in Search and Destroy, mate. No enjoy intended. But yeah, guys, our teams for this evening: Incentive Arise Dynasty up against Bleedy Nose and the boys of Incentive Arise. You all know them by now. Hayden, Riz, Cobra is actually going to be taking the place of EU Ghost, so he's no longer on this roster. And then we have Skittles filling out that 4. And then on the side of Bleedy Nose, we got Mr. JM Rico, Mr. Tizzle, Jamie is back, JT. Ellis, I don't think I've casted Ellis before. And then Docs, who everyone knows Docs, don't they? Let's be real. So yeah, a really, really good set of core 8 players. But this is what we come to expect now, I think, in the winners bracket. Sophie, how are we? Welcome. Good to see you. I was promised Pabs. I'll be back when he is. Wow. Any mods to ban? Always love a major... Connor, mate, I'm always happy to cast the boys. You know this by now. But yeah, guys, we are just waiting on that lobby code to come through. And, oh, there you go. We have it through. So I will just quickly join up. But as I do that, guys, this is our map set for this one. If you do love a Breenberg Hotel, well, then don't worry. We've got plenty of rooms. We've got 3 of them in map 2, 3, and 4. So we've got 2 maps for the whole best of 5 in this one. We've got Mikado map 1, Greenberg 2, 3, and 4, and then Mikado to finish it off on map number 5. So I will just quickly lobby up on this one. And Mr. Skittles wants an Abosh. So, how you doing, Docs? Welcome. Yeah, guys, we Hope you want to get lobbied up very shortly, which I'm just frantically trying to press the right buttons to do right now. This is where I hate it when Pablo's not here. And then Docs wants a Suey as well. There's Bosches and Sueys. I had a feeling this might happen. But we are now lobbying up. We are now lobbying up. So we should be good to go very, very shortly. But in the meantime, Pablo might just join us, and he's going to be completely steaming. So I don't know how long he's going to be, if he's just going to stay there and get absolutely rattled at the pub, or whether he's going to join us on the piss. I don't know. We'll have to see. If he does join us on the piss, it would be quite funny, to be honest. But another Bosch for skills. The Bosch. But yeah, we're just lobbying up now, guys. So if you guys have or haven't seen, this is what our bracket is currently looking like in the Division 1 playoffs. So see that winners semi-final game in game number 10. That is the one we are covering now. We've then got the Vitalize Academy versus the boys game tomorrow at 8 PM. So if you do want to stick around and tune in for that one, feel free to do so. And then in the losers bracket, we've still got the first round between Orient Esports and David Esports to go ahead. And whoever wins that one will come up against XC Empire, who are a very, very strong outfit themselves. And obviously they went the full Game 5 against Incentive Arise Dynasty the other day. And if you missed that one, and you do want to watch a good game of Call of Duty, then go back and watch that one. Mr. Tizzle, he wants one as well. There you go, mate. But, yeah, the other Losers Round 2 game is going to be Illusion Uprising and MES, or MES. But I don't think I've cast... I don't think I've cast either of those in this one. I'm pretty sure I haven't. But I'll have to see how that one unfolds as well. So obviously, whoever drops out of this game is going to drop down to either play Illusion Uprising or MES. So we'll have to see how that one goes. Oh my goodness, there's Bosches and Sueys everywhere. 1 second, guys. We'll spam the Bosch. I'll put a Suey on as well, just for good measure. There you go. Yeah, guys, and the teams as well. We'll just show you guys the boys of Incentive Arise Dynasty back once again for another game. I've casted them now. Hang on, this will be the 1, 2, 3, the 4th game I've casted of Incentive Arise Dynasty. So I know the lads inside and out by this point, you'd think. But yeah, instead of EU Ghost, they've now got Cobra, the man who was running the Lockman sub. So we'll have to see if he can manage to pull that one out of the bag. If he does decide to use it again, and then the boys of Bleedy Nose, JM Rico, JT Ellis, and Doc. So again, another set of 8 players who are very good on the sticks. Let's be real, as we come to expect from some of these top EU teams. But I do have a bone to pick with Call of Duty. They are making every single player, by the looks of it, in the COD community retire. Can they please sort the game out so we at least have some players to go to champs with? Because everyone is dropping like flies. I will give a huge shout out to all the players that stick with this game. I know it's painful, but for us neutrals watching the game, thank you for sticking with it. We do love you dearly, because everyone is running away from this game and don't want to touch it with a sterilised barge pole. So, yeah, if we could try and keep as many of you guys around to at least get to the end of the first year. We've got 2 years of this game, by the way, which is encouraging. So, I don't know. Hopefully we'll be able to keep some of the players around. I'll just quickly make sure that I've got everyone on the right sides. And I think now we should be good to go for map number 1, guys. So, I will just throw you guys the maps. And is it Smooker? Smucker. Thank you very much for the follow, buddy. A few of those on top. Thank you very much, mate. But yeah, this is our map set for the games today, guys. So Mercado map 1 on the hard point. We've then got Greenberg Hotel for the search, the control, and the hard point on map 4, and then Mercado Las Almas in game number 5. And we are now loading into map number 1, guys. So bring the passion. Hopefully. I hope Richie's not here because he hates me when I say it. But hopefully, Game 5. Sorry, Richie. You guys win them normally, but I would like to see another Game 5. Because then if Pablo is going to come, it gives him time to quickly run back from the pub, or stagger, depending on how many he's had. And then hopefully we can get a good series on our hands. Yeah. Hopefully we can get this one underway very, very shortly. But we are actually loading in now, so we should be good to go for map number 1, guys. On Mercado Las Almas. And I will just pop us straight in. Give it a second, guys. COD likes to... hesitate a little bit. The dramatic pause. There we go. So Bleedy Nose up against Incentive Arise Dynasty, and the boys of Incentive Arise Dynasty looking to try and continue their streak on the street, because they haven't lost any of the ones that we've casted over them. They were undefeated in the groups. They're still undefeated now, and Riz, a man who has been incredibly good for them over some of these games, is going to be the man to pick up just a couple of kills right off the rip. But this man here on the screen, by the way, JT. Haven't had a JT cast in what feels like absolutely forever, so I'm very happy to see him on the stick. Very surprised to see him on AR, though. Normally he's the sub player that I like to tend to watch, but he's not going to be on this one. But yeah, P1 getting a little bit messy right off the rip here. Ellis and Skittles going to grab some kills. Dox is actually going to be able to pick one up as well, so a little bit of time of back and forth, but you can already see the race to rotation over towards P2, over towards this top house area is going to be a difficult one. Rico has managed to push himself up just a little bit, but you can see they're now going to start holding the corners. Hayden is just going to tuck himself away just by the stairs, but now as Ellis tries to fly in, Hayden's going to grab one. Is he going to manage to slip away in the nick of time? No, Rico grabs one, but his teammates, Skittles and Cobra, just around him, just helping him grab all those important picks that they need to. And now Incentive Arise, they are locked into one of what I would consider to be one of the more money hills on this map for sure. It's so difficult to break in. The trophies are now going to go down as they look to try and get some shots in. Skittles looking to continue his relatively decent start. Riz, though, as we come to see him doing frequently, putting up the numbers once again. But they have managed to break in towards the hill at the moment, Bleedy knows. JT and Ellis doing some good work inside. Ellis will now fall, though, so JT's going to have to try do his best to stay alive here, and he will manage to take down Cobra, looking for the second. But Riz is there, ever more consistent, as we're used to seeing, just to pick up the trades. And it looks as though they're probably just going to bum this off, actually, our Bleedy knows, because it's going to be difficult to be able to hold this next hill and still try and contest the scrap time. So everyone ready in tin. You can see Cobra is just lurking. And he's just going to go on a little bit of free running. Up through the window he goes. He might manage to catch Ellis out here. So there's one for Cobra. Still waiting for some nearby help to come through, though. And it's not going to come through very quickly. But he is just being a bit of a pain by lurking up top here. Will they manage to take him out? Rico's going to put some bullets in. But Cobra stays alive before the trade finally comes through from JT. And it will be a red kill feed. But now, important one-on-one on the hill. Never mind, actually, as Ellis is going to manage to mop up that last remaining player in Hayden. And it looks as though still it is a bit of a back and forth one on this hill. But there's still a huge chunk of time here. It looks as though Incentive Arise Dynasty, they're just going to try and stop off a couple of those players from reinforcing the man in the hill. And that is a really nice break there from Incentive Arise. They play it patiently. And you can see that Hayden, just by lurking in middle map, was just able to cut off those players going towards the cross. But we will now go over towards P3. You can already see, though, that Ellis is just lurking. There's an important pick on the rotation for him, but I don't think he's going to realise that Riz is here as well. Oh, he is, Ellis, with some clean shots to take down two. And that's a really big couple of kills there, as they now look to try and stabilise this, because Incentive Arise Dynasty, they have managed to get quite a sizable lead now with the help of that tin hill. Now P4 ready to pop. And it will be Ellis just watching down this back alley area, but it will be a little bit of a bait. He's going to need some help from Rico, who's also going to get tagged up here. So a prime opportunity for maybe Incentive Arise just to try and bully themselves in the point. You can see the wall banks coming through there, already tagging up players, and they're going to force the hand here of a couple of players. Ellis gets one, needs to try and stay alive. Is he going to snap onto Hayden? No, Hayden just gets the last bullet in right when he needed to. And now it's Incentive Arise back in the hill, so that is not what you want to see if you're a Bleedy Nose fan at the moment. They're going to look to try and push through, but they're holding strong for the time being. You can see they're desperately trying to push down this choke point, but it's so hard to do it. JT going to try and get inside the hill. Only 6 bullets to his name, but doesn't miss a single one of them as he picks up 2 players, and again, they get back in the hill. And meanwhile, over towards tin again. That rotation gunfight is going to be won this time by Incentive Arise. Players ready to go. They will still have to deal with Rico, who is going to get 1 pick. But at the moment, Riz is doing a really good job, as per usual, on these respawns. And now with everyone locked in, where are Bleedy Nose going to try and push it from? It looks as though Rico's going to try and push his way through dark here, but Hayden's just holding it there, holding all the angles that they need to. But can they get the trades quick enough? It looks as though Dox is going to need some help very, very quickly. Can he get the pick? There's one for Ellis, but now with the trade come through quick enough. Oh, it's actually going to be Dox putting a couple of bullets into his best mate as he manages to pick off one, but the trades come through. Are they going to come through again as Hayden somehow stays alive? And it's actually the stun that manages to take Rico down. So the lead once again just going to be pushed out that little bit further, and that was a really big moment there from Hayden. Somehow managed to stay alive through all that and pick up 2 important picks. So good work from him. And more importantly, good rotations once again from Incentive Arise. They're very efficient on this particular set of rotations, and there's another potential double kill. Not that quite that time. With 3 seconds remaining and not many bodies near the hill, it's actually going to be Cobra that's the last man standing. So although Incentive Arise were ready to go for that one, oh no, Rico just stopped shooting at the worst of times. But his teammates are still going to be here. And if they can maybe get Dox shooting on all cylinders here, this might be a completely different game. You can see though on your mini-map, look at number 7 and number 5. Hayden will drop, so Skittles is going to try and pinch it from the other side, and he will manage to take JT down. But now, can they coordinate the push here to take these players out? Ellis is still just lurking. Oh, that is COD timing at its finest. Stun grenade caught out for the worst of times, and that kill feed lights up red. It's been a really, really big back and forth hill, this one. No one really locking it down. Skittles is going to try and stay alive for the time being. But considering already 40 seconds has gone past at this hill, there hasn't really been a huge amount of it to either side. But you can still see the deficit that Bleedy knows have to try and pull out here. And again, it's going to be incentive arise. Go on, look at that for a spot from Hayden. Eye of the needle. Spots Docs. Isn't going to collect any bullets, though. But they are pretty much ready to go as and when they need to. Docs is a little bit pinned here over by that truck. And it's going to be really difficult for him to push through without some help. It looks as though Rico might be the man to provide it, though. If he tries to push down this back alley, they really need to try and get these ARs out of their positions because it's so hard to push through the front of the hill over towards this parking lot area. And incentive arise, they are digging their heels in. They do not want to give them a single second of time. Hayden wins another big gunfight to stay alive and continue soaking up the time. You can see that Skittles has got 2 minutes of hill time at the moment. They're just leaving him in to chill. But on this hill, Hayden's doing a good job. Just staying alive. Does spot Rico. Oh, the shot's going to be good enough. Never mind. It's actually going to be the native Skittles that does the damage. And now with them over the 200 point mark, it's looking very, very brutal now. Bleedy knows they need at least 2 really convincing hills here if they're going to come back in with a shout of this. Because after those first 7 hills, they're going to find Hayden now on a 5 streak. And when he starts firing, he's very difficult to stop. So 5 in a row now for Hayden. Just needs 1 more to get that cruise missile. Oh, he's not going to win it though. JT put some lead straight through his forehead. And it will be Bleedy Nose on the initial. But now they just need to do what they've struggled to do so far, and that is win those gunfights. Oh, and they're not able to keep the man alive on the hill. Cobra will fall, though, courtesy of a swift trade from Rico. They'll do well to stay alive, though. It's such a difficult hill to stay alive in this one, and you can already see the importance that they're putting on. But look at the spawn that Skittles has got. He's probably going to take Ellis down here. It's going to be a difficult one to read, and that is NW2 spawns in a nutshell. They will spawn over towards tin. They will flip them, but more importantly, incentive arise Dynasty, they're probably not going to really care about this one because although Bleedy Nose committed a lot of resources, they can't allow them really to get this remaining scrap time. They can't win off this hill, but they're going to get so close, and it looks as though they're not even going to really be able to put much in the way of stopping them from getting that additional time. So now only 19 seconds remaining for incentive arise Dynasty to take this map number 1. Skittles, Hayden, they combine for 2. Is the collapse going to come through? Will they stand strong? Nice work by Ellis. Some important kills again coming through from him. But they need to do this now for the whole game. Cobra in, Cobra with 1, Cobra with 2. Is this going to be the collapse that they need? It's going to be so difficult now as Docs is going to find himself out in the open, and I think that might be map number 1 done and dusted. They're going to find themselves just racing to get towards the hill. All they've got to do, really, incentive arise Dynasty, is just stay alive. Nades are out. Cobra covers his back with 1. Rico's going to try and get in. I don't even think they're going to be able to touch it, and they're not. That was a brutal map number 1, incentive arise Dynasty. They come storming to the party in the opening part of this series, 250 to 131. And the team that we're very used to seeing perform strongly on this game have done it once again. Consistent across the board, as you come to expect. So map 1 out of the way. Get this one in quickly. Sort out the map scores for you guys. 250. There you go, guys. So just confirmation of it. Really strong map 1 there from incentive arise. They have done this a couple of times, though. I will say it. They have done really well in some of the maps and then struggled in others. So we'll have to wait and see how they do on Greenberg Hotel. Again, very, very well accustomed side to playing in these high pressure scenarios. And as per usual, they've done very, very well on a respawn. And the addition of Cobra definitely looks to be a good one. They definitely seem to have a lot more aggression when it comes to breaking in that hill. When we're going to see Major Chafing playing in these leagues. Sammy, I don't even know what division I'd get into, to be honest. I think it would probably be... How many divisions are there in XP League? Is it 5? I think I'll be generous to myself and maybe say 4. I think that's about it. Because I know the lower barrel of COD can be quite amusing sometimes. So I will give myself a little bit of credit. I'm not terrible, but I'm not great. But I'll go with Div 4. Nowhere near this kind of caliber. But yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. So if anyone needs one, if anyone needs a debt tree, get me in, get me in. So map number 1 out of the way. And Sophie's gassed. Love to see it. But yeah, guys, what are we thinking for map number 2? So Search and Destroy is usually a game mode actually that Incentive Arise Dynasty have done very, very well on. I will just quickly check because 1, 2, 3. Right, so they've won 3 out of the 5 searches that we've casted of them so far. So they do look very, very good. Oh, and Specs with the gifted sub. Sues and Sueys. And a Bosch. A Bosch. Thank you very much, buddy. Thank you very much. What a generous man. Thank you very much for your beauty. Thank you, mate. Much appreciated. Hope you're well, buddy. Hope you're well. It's gone to Tina as well. It's gone to Tina of all the people. It's gone to Tina. My hard carry. My hard carry. Yeah, thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. As per always, you guys are always here, without fail, supporting the channel, which is absolutely mental. Oh, Space has gifted another one. What the? It needs more. It needs more. A Bosch. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you very much. What a man. Free kisses for all. Thank you, mate. Much appreciated. Hope you're well. Hope you're well. But what are your guys' predictions for map 2? Yeah, one second. Mr. Rico. Un segundo. Thing's done there. Cheeky little glitch thing. Team identity. Bleedy nose. Yep, that way. Cool. Happy days, guys. So, yeah, we should be good to go for map number 2 on Breenberg. Search and Destroy. Incentive Rise do well unless they're playing me. Lewis, mate, you're the kryptonite. You're the kryptonite. Oh, Rise with the tig old biddies. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you very much. A Bosch. A Bosch. I love that noise, man. I'm so glad it got recommended to do it. And Faded wants one as well. Yeah, you can't go wrong. We've got C's, we've got Sueys, we've got Bosches. So if you guys have any suggestions for the stream, they normally go through unless they're really rogue. So yeah, feel free. Oh, Rise with it's raining tig old biddies. Thank you very much, mate. We are now ready to go, guys, for map number 2. Here in this best of 5 in winners semi-final. Oh, Specs has given another one. Oh, the man.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Suey. Thank you very much, Specs, man. Thank you very much. I now owe so many smooches to you. Thank you very much, handsome. So, guys, map 2 is underway. Oh, and he's getting the 69 tig old biddies. If you know, you know. Thank you very much, mate. So, sorry, guys. Back to the casting. So I've got to show the love to the people. Oh, I thought that was an optic moment. Oh, Skippers is going to go for it. No, he's not going to get it. Thought for a second we might see a little bit of an optic lineup on that one, but we won't, unfortunately. And Bleedy Nose will tag and bag round number 1. Mr. JT. I always put pressure on Jamie, but he's a good search and destroy player, so I always expect double figures from him in these ones. But yeah, he's going to be the man. That just mops up the pieces in that one. And we did see the glint of the sniper rifle actually from Hayden, so we'll see how long he's going to keep. Wow, that is a colourful sniper rifle, Connor. Jesus. Green, blue, and black. Well, if anyone ever wonders if you can see guns around corners, I don't think anyone's going to miss this one, because that is very colourful. Oh no, he's actually gonna switch it up to the Vaznev, Hayden. So it looks as though it's going to be push over towards the A side, but Docs, I think, is actually going to be one running the sniper as well. And this might be an interesting game here, because if he can keep him quiet, if he can keep Hayden quiet with the sniper, it's going to be a really tough one, potentially. JT now finds himself on at 4 streaks, so a really strong start here from Bleedy Nose in the search and destroy. JT is Danny, I don't want to hear it, right? Mr. Topping is a beautiful search and destroy player. Big brain SMG. I don't know if he's still playing AR, actually, because he played AR in that map 1. Can't wait to get milked by him tomorrow. Are you playing the 2K with him, Danny? So, Cobra, last man up. Oh, Docs just spotted him, and he's put a bullet right in his... What in the movement from Cobra? Holy moly. Okay, there's the kill. I was going to say, they were waiting a while for it. A Bosch. A Bosch. But round 2 goes on the cards for Bleedy Nose once again. Ellis finally peeks it. I would have loved to have seen what that movement from Cobra looked like from the outside. Oh, and Rise with the tier 1 as well. Thank you very much, mate. Jeez. The hype train's close. What the fuck? Thank you very much, mate. What a legend. What a legend. And I assume it is the Rise that is behind the XP League. Apologies if it's not, mate, and I've got that incredibly wrong. I do apologise. But yeah, thank you very much, man. So, a bit of more of a patient one here, and actually Hayden, he's going to just meet aggression with the sniper. He's going to get the first pick. The glint of it is just going to be spotted by Ellis, who is just going to be forced to back out. So where are the boys of Bleedy Nose going to decide to try and take this bomb? They've still got to try and stop this man. TA inbound. Yes, Danny. That's what I love to see. Rico's going to actually be able to pick up a kill onto Skittles. It looks as though the boys of Bleedy Nose are going to head over towards this B bomb site. Riz is just going to be on his lonesome. Oh, the shots come through. He can't win it, though. And now you can see the desperation from Cobra and Hayden just to try and get over towards the site. Is he going to check this corner? JT's waiting, but Cobra wins the first. And he does manage to get away with his life now. So 2 versus 2. 35 seconds left on the clock. You can see Hayden desperately trying to pick up a weapon here, as he's still got the sniper. It will be one pick again from Cobra. So now all of a sudden Rico's on his own. 20 seconds. Need to try and keep him off the bomb. Are they going to do it? Oh, Cobra fries him. Big kills from Cobra. The new addition to the roster is going to help them get their first round on the board. 2-1 it will now be. But big moments there from Cobra. I think that was 3 in that round for him. Nice work from him. He was actually on the ground this time rather than up on one of the vents that we saw in the last series that he played. But a big kill there from Cobra just to snap onto the last remaining players. And a really good site retake there in towards the B bomb site. Not necessarily the easiest thing, but they played the picks, they played the timer, which to be fair, they didn't have a huge amount of. But it will now see them only trailing by 1. It is, oh, good. Right. I was going to say, Rise, if I got that one wrong, that would have been awkward. Yeah, thank you very much for the gifted subs from yourself and Specs. Oh, and some more Tig old biddies. Thank you, mate. Well, Docs, no more sniper. Oh, doesn't need it, though, when he's shooting like that. Clean shots onto Cobra, gets the first pick. Oh, but rechows it potentially when he doesn't necessarily have to. Oh, excuse me, just choking as I had to mute my mic very quickly. But now 2 versus 2 on the cards here. Bleedy Nose, again, defending that B site. It looks as though Skittles and Hayden are going to just play the wrap over towards the A site. Let's see, both players over towards the site they go. And you can see that JT's just got a little bit of an inkling that they're going to be here. Now with dead silence popped, is he going to manage to put himself in a good position to take this man off the bomb? Out he flies. JT takes the man off the bomb, and that is trademark Mr. Tizzle. Smart plays, gets him off, and now Hayden, he's got to try and play the clutch here. 1 versus 1 now after the first pick onto JT, but look at Ellis. He doesn't expect him to be there, and clean work there from the Bleedy Nose lads. Just playing the pinch from either side. Hayden anticipates that he's either going to be mid or over towards bedroom. And Ellis just puts a few rounds in towards his back. So nice work there. And now that lead has been restored to 2 rounds. So nice work from Bleedy Nose again. And this is what I mentioned about the incentive of Rise Dynasty boys. They do throw in a little bit of back and forth in their series. They do love smacking a team in map 1, struggling on a map 2, and then all of a sudden you blink and it's game 5. So we'll see if they can manage to pull this one out. Hayden, he's been spotted. Oh, he's dancing with death though, his Docs. He's got to be careful because if Hayden peeks this at the right time, he might put a bullet through his head here. Docs is still anticipating that he's there. And meanwhile, Rico is just edging his way over towards that bottom side of bedroom. Are they going to hear him? Oh, I think they've heard the footsteps. I definitely think they've heard the footsteps. Cobra checks it, but Rico gets the pick. And the bomb will now go down. Hayden, is he going to take JT from behind that pillar? Oh, it's eye of the needle stuff. Oh, how's that a hit marker? Oh, that one wasn't, though. Just slaps Ellis straight in the face as he goes for the chow. And he manages to retrieve the weapon that might help him take this round potentially. Docs peeks it, and Docs wins it. Battle of the Snipers goes in way of Bleedy Nose once again. Enough of that, Tina. What the fuck? See there, the pick from Docs. Nice work. Not afraid to take the battle to Hayden, which is probably going to do them more good than bad, to be honest, because a lot of teams have kind of caved into the dominance that Hayden has shown on some of these maps with the sniper. But Dox is giving him a really good run for his money at the moment. 4 and 3. JT still going strong at 8 and 2. Riz struggling just a little bit in the search in comparison to what we're used to seeing. Hayden again going to try and just be commanding this side of the map. And the first pick comes through in towards mid from Riz. Is another one going to come through potentially? No. JT is just about going to get out of that one. Cobra in towards the side, spots Ellis, and that's a really big pick from Cobra, but keep an eye on Dox. He's been popped. He's round the back, and he might be the man to help them form a bit of a pinch here. Hayden's going to hold the angle, and there it is. You see the glimpse, and next thing, your head's gone. So now JT needs the 1 versus 3. Dead silence has been utilised. He's now through half of it already, so he's going to have to go quickly, JT. And they're not giving him anything to work with. Will spot Skittles down the bottom, spots Cobra up top, but the 3-man team of Incentive Arise Dynasty make no mistakes about that one. And it will be another round on the board for them. They can't really allow any more rounds, I would say, at this stage, because if the boys of Bleedy Nose go 5-2 up, it's going to be so difficult on this map. We've seen more crazy things, but this is probably going to be the most important round of the lot that we've had so far. Where are they going to decide to station themselves here? Oh, another hit marker for Hayden. The boys on the side of Bleedy Nose, they've just got heads made of solid steel. Oh, and we're actually going to get a host ending the game. I think the connection went a bit booky on that one, so we'll have to see. We'll have to see. So it was 4-2 to Bleedy Nose. I'll just quickly write it down so my little brain doesn't forget. So, not really sure what's happened there, guys. I assume it's because the connection did look a little bit funny in that one. So we'll have to wait and see. And we'll just quickly check with the lands, actually. I'll just ask Mr. Rico. Let's see why. Come on, Danny G wants the suies. Cristiano Ronaldo. Suey. We'll have a few more. Oh my god, this season suies. This is the problem. When some of you guys have this amount of channel points stacked up, it's very difficult for me to play them all. I need to get as many of them in as I can during the intermission. Apologies, guys. Feel free to mute the stream because there's going to be a lot of them. I won't lie to you. I'll add the Bosch in as well for free. The Bosch. But yeah, I think the connection was the issue with that one. But yeah, 4-2 up currently in map number 2, guys. If you are just joining us, I will just show you guys how map number 1 finished. So I did actually finish a bit of a spanking, really. Mercado Las Almas brought us a 250 to 131 in favour of Incentive Arise. And I think, unless I am mistaken, yeah, so the whole lobby just started pinging their tits off. So, yeah, we're in a position where we are going to have to continue from 4-2 to Bleedy Nose. I think they're going to maybe change the host up a little bit. Yeah, guys, if you are just joining us, we are currently in that game number 10 between Incentive Arise Dynasty and Bleedy Nose in this Division 1 playoffs of the XP European League. And as mentioned just a little bit before, if you did miss it, that other winners semi-final game between Vitalize Academy and the boys, we will be casting on this channel tomorrow at 8 PM, same time, different date. So we managed to see all of our top 4 teams to getting in towards that that grand final, which will be an interesting one. But in the meantime, guys, just gonna have to just wait for a little bit while the guys get lobbied up again. I don't know if I've had a lobby code. No, I haven't had a lobby code just yet, I don't think. Yeah, so as soon as the guys swing another lobby code through, we'll be sure to get back on board with that one. In the meantime, I think I just need to keep redeeming Sueys and C's, really. For the Danny G. Lewis. Absolute spammage. And oh, I just missed it. Sorry, Dave. I completely missed the sub, mate. Through all the Sueys and C's. Thank you very much, mate.
Ronaldo, Suey.
Hope you're well, Dave. Hope you're well. How are you, buddy? Thank you very much. 15 months, by the way, Dave. Absolutely beautiful human being. Thank you very much, mate. Always in the streams. You love to see it. Sub hype. Exactly, T. Exactly. This is why my viewers are the best viewers. See, people slate the COD community, right? I know they throw a couple of rogue comments around, but generally, I almost said genuinely and generally, they are nice blokes. As we saw in Sheffield. When's the next LAN, by the way? I don't care if I'm casting, I just want to go. But when's the next LAN? That's what we need to find out. I've heard rumours about certain people doing LANs, but there's nothing concrete yet. So hopefully there's something soon. And again, another opportunity for COD to put a LAN in the UK. And it looks as though we're, again, not going to get one. So, yeah. Thanks for that, guys. Thank you very much for that. So, yeah, guys, apologies for the delays. If you are just hopping on with us, we are midway through map 2. We're just waiting for the guys to start it up again. So, as soon as they get it underway, I'll put the screens back across. And the boys of Bleedy Nose are currently 4-2 up in map number 2. So, they're on the edge, potentially, of tying this series back up. But yeah, it's not the end of the world for whoever loses this one. They will drop down in towards that losers bracket, as we'll see. So whoever loses this one will drop down into play either Illusion, Uprising, or MES. Not bad, mate. Hope you're well. I'm all good, Dave. I'm all good, mate. So I hope you guys perform very, very well in that cup tomorrow. I won't be casting tomorrow, though. I'm a bit upsetty spaghetti. I've been put on observing. I thought I might. This is the problem. Now, Pabs has abandoned me. I don't have a duo, so I can't cast the Challengers games on Sundays by the looks of it. I just get stuck in production, so I don't get to cast any of you like if you do get top 8, which breaks my heart. But I don't know. Hopefully one day soon we'll get another Challengers Cup stream. But for the time being, we got the XP League, and we've got the ES Hub League, so we've got plenty of Call of Duty to be getting by with. In the meantime, and Rise with the biddies. Thank you very much, buddy. But can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. Hope you guys had a good New Year's as well. I think the guys are still having issues with the lobby for the time being, guys. So feel free to grab a drink, grab some food. Production is not so bad. It's not, to be fair, General. It's not. But casting is my love. Casting is my love. I'm always happy to help out on the production side. Twitch team. Oh, am I in the lobby? Hang on. Sorry, am I being a mong? I don't know if my thing's glitched then, because it doesn't say I'm in the. Hang on. Can you guys sling me another invite? Server went rogue. Oh, I've got the glitch. Oh, okay. My bad. Can you sling us the lobby code again? It wouldn't let me. It wouldn't let me do it. Map 2 not started yet. No, not yet. Slapped. Apologies. I didn't realise it was me. I find new glitches in this game every single day. So apologies for that. It looks as though it was me in that one. So hopefully the guy's gonna. Yeah, Rico, can you sling me the lobby code again, please, mate? And I'll Oh, never mind. Hayden's invited. There you go. Right. But they are on that side. Let me just double check. 2 years of this, by the way. Oh, I can't resist making comments. Right. There we go. We're in. We're in. Cool. So I think we should be good to go for map number 2, guys. As my potato brain has now realised that we are indeed in Twitter DMs, Major. Oh, cheers, Docs. Yeah, I've got it. Thank you, mate. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, yeah, guys, we are now loading into map number 2. And, yeah, if you are jumping on with us, we are halfway through map 2. We're continuing from 4-2 to Bleedy Nose. Hydro, how are we, sire? How are we? Welcome, welcome. So, yeah, 4-2 to Bleedy Nose, so they only need 2 more rounds to take this map. And incentivize Dynasty if they do want to go 2-0 up. They will need to take 4 rounds on this one. Yeah, thank you very much, guys, for tuning in again. I know I say it all the time, but I do mean it. So even though I can't stream midweek, you guys still show up in numbers all the time to support the stream. Drop subs, drop biddies. And there you go. One of my favourite Thomases in the whole world. Mr. Win. How are we, Tom? Yeah, thank you very much, guys, for always tuning in and showing the love on the stream. But we are now back in, guys, in towards map 2. And remember, Bleedy Nose are 4-2 up in this one, as we have apparently seen the slowest start to an opening round of Search and Destroy that we've seen in a while, to be fair. Normally, they're very, very quick. You know the command, Tom. Good lad. But Rico does have bomb in hand. He's going to try and bait across, and that's exactly what he manages to do. Oh, has he caught a Semtex? No, it was the stun. Oh, I thought for a second he caught a Semtex, but he didn't. It's just going to be the stun that catches him. But now they've got the difficult situation of trying to get the bomb planted. You can see that Docs was just caught out in towards middle. Riz and Cobra get picks. Ellis is going to reply with a trade, but it is now going to be a 2 versus 3. Ellis and JT. They've got a lot of work to do. And look at these players pushing through Garage. Ellis is going to be surprised here. Daddy's been popped, but he's got so many players around him that it's going to be difficult. JT's going to pop his as well. He's going to drop straight in towards the exact same thing. And it will be Incentive Arise Dynasty, making it 4-3 now. My son retired yesterday. Oh, what are you on about, Luke, Tom? Jackie McChan, how are we, sir? How are we? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, this game is slowly killing off. Slowly killing off all the guys. You hate to see it. Fair dues to the guys that are still sticking with it. Well, Hayden's over towards the A site, and he's making a lot of noise. But meanwhile, his teammates are trying to just push their way over towards the B site, and they might read that this might be just a bit of a distraction here. Cobra, he usually makes a lot of good moments happen in Kitchen. Hayden and Skittles get a couple of kills, so this is looking really good for Incentive Arise Dynasty. This break appears to have done them absolute wonders. JT picks off Cobra. And now, while clearing out that A site, the boys are just going to head over towards it and now plant this bomb. So JT and Doc's going to have to try and work together. Oh, Riz gets spotted. Skittles does as well. Oh, but JT. Clean shots to take Skittles down. 2 versus 2. But now the clock is probably going to be their biggest enemy. 30 seconds left on it. Docs gets spotted. Riz puts a couple of bullets as well in towards JT, so he's going to be forced to back up. He almost got both in that. Down to 36 HP. 20 seconds remaining for JT, and those players, you can see, they're just going to wrap. They don't have sight of the bomb, though. If JT decides to stick this, which it doesn't look as though he is, I think he's just going to get caught out at the worst time, unfortunately. So a little back and forth with Hayden. Spots Hayden. And he's just going to get shot on the side. The team shot's probably going to come through and clean him out, and it will. So Incentive Arise Dynasty, they now tie it up. This is now 4-4 for any of you guys who are just joining in. As they were 4-2 up, so the break has done Incentive Arise a world of good in this one. Yeah, Snake got... Oh, mate. It's a shame. It'll be weird not seeing Snake play COD, to be honest. Full-time Rust streamer pending. So, Hayden's back with the sniper. Whoa! That whizzed straight past a couple of bodies. But look at Riz. There's a lot of players out by him, but they're all going to get kind of caught out a little with some bad timing. They've got to try and go quickly here. You can see that Ellis has managed to get himself quite pushed up the map. And he's just trying to be as quiet as he possibly can. Bomb is now going to go down. Oh, and Hayden just misses again with the sniper. And meanwhile, out the back, JT's got a big gunfight coming up to stop Cobra. He does have his stun and his nade ready. So he knows that Cobra's in the corner. The nade is ready for him. It is going to tag him up. They're not going to push it, though. A little bit of a standoff. And meanwhile, Riz and Hayden are both going to fall. So now Hayden and the boys looking bleak. And Bleedy Nose take that round. So they now lead 5-4. As JT mops up that final kill onto Cobra. Just steadying the ship. And now they only need one more round to tie up this series to 1 apiece. So is Hayden still going to stick with the sniper? That's the question. Looks as though he's not. He's going to go back to the tack. And what is the push going to be here? Again, a bit of a spread coming through from the boys. Ellis is just going to fly straight up mid-map, and that's going to be an easy first blood there for Cobra. The aggression there of Ellis isn't going to pay off. And meanwhile, Rico's going to be forced to back up while they try, and again, maybe try and work a pick here. JT has been spotted up towards top bed, and he is still just playing his life, playing for info. But that bomb, you can see in the hands of Riz, is just over towards the other side of the map. So, as one pick comes through over towards this A site, there's still 2 players over towards B. And Rico might be a busy man soon. Dox has popped dead. He's going to fly around the corner. He's going to catch one out. There's Riz. Oh, can he get the second? No, but he will get out with his life. Somehow manages to just about slither away. He knows one's in the corner. Oh, my God. JT just absolutely fries Cobra. And now Skittles has it all to do to keep his team alive in this one. 1 versus 3. Otherwise, they tie the series up. I think he's going to get shot in the back. Oh, wins the first one. If he wide peeks this, though, he's dead. Yep, he is dead, and that is going to be it. Bleedy Nose will take map number 2. 6-4 in total after a 4-2 lead before we had to end the lobby. And it will be Rico just tidying up that final kill. I would assume. For the boys. Now, stop that. Yeah, they do. So, 1 apiece now. Let me just make sure. Sort this out. So, we have a series. And this is what usually happens with incentivized series. They love a game 5. Let me just quickly update the maps for you guys. There you go, guys. Just confirmation. Greenberg Hotel goes in the way of the way of Bleedy Nose. And now 1 apiece. Don't know if we're keeping the same lobby or not. But anyways, guys, so a good couple of maps so far. Obviously, the first one not really very close in terms of score, but that one in the search a lot better. And with the players that Bleedy Nose kind of have on this roster, it doesn't surprise me that they're very, very accustomed to search. They do look like a good roster, to be fair. On paper, anyways. And it doesn't surprise me that they're going to take a map off of Incentivized Dynasty. Because although they are unbeaten, they have dropped maps, Incentivized. They just always seem to have that little bit of a clutch factor that gets them over the line. So we'll see how long they can keep that going for, potentially. I'll check in on Pabs, actually. Let's see. I'll ask him if he's still at the pub. Because he probably is. I know what Pabs is like when he's had a beer. He's like, let's have another one. And another one. He's meant to be on a diet and he's down in pints. This man, honestly. Map 5, Sammy. You know the streams by now. We're very good at jinxing and getting maps 5s. So, if we don't get a map 5, I'll be quite upset, to be honest. Especially with these teams. Yeah, 1 second, mate. Let me just, I'll do it now. Yeah, I've got everyone on the right side. Oh no, everyone's switching sides. I'll wait for you guys to pick the right sides. And then I will switch up. Yeah, guys, if you are just joining us, we are here in the winners semi-final of the European XP League. This is Division 1. So the top tier in this one. You guys have switched sides by the looks of it. So I will just liquid calories don't count. God. Until I found out how many calories are in a beer, Tina. Unfortunately, they do. That's why you drink vodka. There's less of it. But yeah, map 1 and map 2. Decent maps. A very convincing respawn from Incentive Arise. Put them 1-0 up before the boys of Bleedy Nose. I almost called them Runny Nose then. We are now going to go into map 3. So map 3 and 4, we stay in the hotel. And whether or not Incentive Arise will take another respawn. I don't know if my one's glitched, but I'm pretty sure somebody was on the wrong team there. But we'll have to see. But hopefully we are loading into map 3 very shortly, guys. Thank you very much, as per usual, for your beautiful patience. Yeah, they are restarting they are restarting it. Somebody wasn't on the right team. They might have had a glitch maybe again. But yeah, guys, the teams on this one. I mean, most of you know the guys by now, let's be real. And this set of 8, apart from Ellis, which I will hold my hands up and say I don't think I've casted Ellis unless he's had a gamer tag or a name change. I don't think I have cast him. Apologies, Ellis, if you're in the stream. But yeah, Hayden, Riz, Cobra, and Skittles Cobra obviously coming across from XC Empire, I do believe. Is now going to join them in that team of 4. And we've got Jay and Rico, JT, Ellis, and Docs for Bleedy Nose. So yeah, not a bad lobby on paper, let's be real. My bad, I'm new to this. Nice try, Jamie. It's all mind games. You're like the Jose Mourinho. I know what you're like. You ain't getting away with that one with me. Is this the first competitive game you've played on this, Jamie? Apart from, what do you call it? Apart from Challengers Cups. Have you played the Challengers Cups yet? I can't remember if you've done a 2K yet, Jamie. Mr. Tizzle. The Jizzle Tizzlers. Is that still a thing, JT? I don't know if it is. I don't know if you've streamed in ages. Yeah, guys, we are now loading in, and hopefully everyone has now picked a team. JT. T64. Danny, with him on you, with you two in a team. Who was the 4, Danny? Top 64 is unacceptable. Who was on that team? What's the Storms called? Okay. Wait, Storms as in Storms and Rudy? Those guys? That's surprising. I thought you guys would win that. So, map 3 is underway, guys. 1 apiece now between these guys as we get ready for Breenberg Control. And the last time Incentivized Dynasty played this one against Dave Esports, they slapped them 3-0 at it. So they're very well accustomed to this map. They know how to play it well. UJT, K's and Scoop. What? Top 64 with that roster. That's outrageous. I wouldn't have put money on that. I'll be real. And the boys of Incentive Arise on that attacking side first. They do have that first tick over towards B, but now comes the difficulty. You can see a lot of players from Bleedy Nose have locked themselves into position. The first kill coming through from Rico back over towards the B point is now still going to leave Riz alive as he got the trade. Now just patiently waiting for the push, but here comes the pinch. Number 5 in Docs is only able to grab one, so the trade's looking good. Skittles needs to try and stay alive. It looks as though Ellis is just going to fly around the corner at him, and they do just about clear those players off the point. Docs, though, going to pop Deddy, push himself down this corridor, and now in towards Diner. There are going to be a lot of Incentive Arise players. Is he going to catch one player out? There he is. Off he goes to the races, in towards Kitchen. Skittles, though, with a clean trade, and a second kill comes through in the side of Bleedy Nose, courtesy of Ellis. They've got to be careful not to allow too much opening on towards this B point, because they only need 1 tick, and obviously this is usually the one that is more difficult to try and capture. You can see all the way out towards the back of Broken as they now get the progression over towards A. But now 16 lives apiece here between these two. Docs is still lurking over towards mid. He knows that there's a man just to his left as he sees that stun fly around the corner. Oh, just going to try and shoulder it a little bit, but Cobra fries him with the Vaznev. The trade, though, from Rico. Instantaneous. Now, where are they going to try and push this from? See, Hayden going to get forced to back up. But keep an eye on Cobra, number 4. He has popped Deddy. Rico's not going to anticipate him. Oh, he does. Never mind. Big kill there from Rico. They've still got Riz out the back over towards that car park area, though. And now, as he goes up towards top garage, they're still waiting that opening pick to form the pinch. There's the first one for him. And now he's got help. Can he take down Rico as well? Nice work from Riz. Always strong in respawns. And a big double kill, though, is now going to allow those players to fly onto the point. They only need one tick, but they've got to try and shift docks. But there's a big two-piece coming through from Hayden now as he looks for the third, potentially onto Ellis. It's a really big moment here. A huge one-on-one, at least in the short term, but they need to try and get him off the point. They've desperately got to try and throw a body at it. It looks as though Ellis is going to be the man with the short straw. Hayden flies around the corner with a kill feed. Look how yellow it is. Incentive Arise completely wiped them out in one swift motion, and they will take that point. Hayden did so well to stay alive in that. He looked dead to rights, but the reinforcements came flooding through mid to help him out. They caught them on the cross. And they get the attacking round done. And nice work there from Incentive Arise. And a big opening round to put them 1-0 up now. So what will Bleedy Nose decide to do? It looks as though they're going to go for the bread and butter. They're going to go straight over towards the A point. Let's see, the big first pick, though, is just going to pretty much cement all the control over towards the A site. Now the question is how they're going to decide to try and push their way in. They are going to work a little bit of a pinch here. Rico's going to get caught in the corner, and now look at them coming from every single angle. There's one pick, though. Apologies from Docs, but now the pinch comes through. Cobra, can he get some players? There's two of them here. Cobra gets one off. JT, what is his sensitivity? He span around like a Beyblade. And just completely slaps him in the face. So it looked as though that A point wasn't getting done, but it is, courtesy of JT reacting incredibly quickly. Cobra potentially just waiting a little bit too long before securing that kill. And now onto the point go the boys. Skittles surely going to be dead. Never. Oh, how much HP? 4 and a dream. Cobra keeps him alive. Skittles gets some big kills. And now he's going to be the man leading the charge, especially in terms of engagements and kills. 17 now for Skittles. 10 and 7. Door opens. Rico's on the other side of it. And Cobra says hello. And unfortunately drops dead for it. So some fights here, there and everywhere. You can see a couple of players still going to be fighting over towards that top bedroom side. Riz has now popped his own Deddy. Shots in towards the top side of bedroom, but Rico wins the gunfight, and now is going to open up a little bit of progression now. JT's going to get shot in the back with some nice shots from Skittles. So he's starting to come into his own, and nice work from Skittles. Big 2 kills. Just going to stunt the progression for now. The first tick at B has been completed. But now the calm before the storm as the players just resettle just a little bit. JT's going to get spotted over towards that top garage side, but now Hayden going to utilise Dead Silence. Can he make a play? Oh, he's going to get shot in the back, though, but surely the call-out is going to be there. Ellis knows he's there. Can Ellis get the kill? There's one for him. The trade comes through, though. A swift one at that, as Cobra and Docs both get kills for their respective teams. And Riz wins another one-on-one. But now, where is this next push going to come from? They've got to be careful not to try and stagger this, Bleedy Nose. They've got 2 ticks. They just need one good go at it, but Hayden's shooting straight. It's going to be difficult. Oh, and Riz, I think, put a couple of bullets as well into the man just behind him. You can see where they're spawning now over towards that back kitchen. They have got them pinned right over towards that corner of the map. Skittles is going to have a couple of players potentially caught in rotation. He is going to put a couple of bullets in, but Rico makes him pay for just missing even just a single one. And now, again, waiting for the utility of Dead Silence. Cobra in a Cobra spot. He's up in the air. Nice work from Rico. And now it's 8 lives, play 7. Jump straight onto the point. There's one, though, for Hayden. Is he going to turn around in time? No, he's not. But he does have help, potentially in the form of Riz. But now they're stacking the point. Riz has got to go quick. He's got to play it huge here. There's one for Riz. He can only get one, though. And Bleedy Nose take the point. They just absolutely flood it. You can see there, Riz not quite able to kill those players off quick enough. So both attacking rounds are going to be wins for the teams here. And we'll see now if Incentive Arise can have another strong opening start to this one. They are going to go over towards B once again. Hayden just looking for that opening pick, but Rico going to back him up with some nice shots. But there is no hesitation from some of these Bleedy Nose players just to get right in the face of a couple of these players, and it will actually be Hayden that puts, again, a couple more bullets in, takes one down. He's going to try and jump shot Cobra in towards that top bedroom side. It's Rico, apologies. I said Hayden in that one. Doc's looking for a couple, but he's only able to grab one. A couple of weak players on the point, though, here for Ellis, and nice shots from him. Just to snap onto both players. And they will now breathe a bit of a sigh of relief as they get a bit more control over towards this side of the map. You see Cobra just waiting. And this is the moment we were waiting for, the Lockman sub from Cobra. We saw this in the last series that he played for XC Empire. Not going to even have a chance to fire a bullet in that one as Rico catches him out just a little bit. Where's that rotation potentially going to come through? You can see Ellis has gone all the way over towards that back garage side to potentially pinch a couple of players off the point here. Because they are getting progress over to B. And while Ellis is staying alive, it's going to be really difficult for those players to try and get any sort of progress onto it. But the A point has now been done. And now Incentive Arise kind of in a position that Bleedy Nose are in. They're pinned back quite heavily. They just need to try and play this patiently. Play it for picks like Bleedy Nose did. And it looks as though the option to... Whoa! Wow! Cobra absolutely fried Rico in that one. It looks as though they are going to try and just get a little bit of top bed control before they optimize the push hit. Dox is going to get caught out, and now prime opportunity. How many players can they get on the point? You can see that Rico, again, is going to have to be the man to try and grab a couple of kills. The progress is coming through. The timer has been stopped, and they've still got a lot of time. The first tick comes through. Cobra and Skittles get picked. Rico's got to try and push his way up, but you can see now the difficulty when they've got Skittles so far pushed up. They've either got to try and pinch through mid or just batter their way through the front. And at the moment, it doesn't look as though it's really paying off. Ellis has got to go quick. He's got to check his corner. He doesn't even have the time to do it. And Incentive Arise Dynasty take the attacking round again. Really nice work there from Incentive Arise. They played it really patiently, pushed out Garage, got the picks they needed to. And when they got top bed control, those ARs were just able to get the picks that they needed to over towards desks. And it now sees them one round away from retaking the lead here. Can they hold a defensive side here? No team has done it so far in the first opening 3 rounds. But can they be the first? Cobra is playing it a little bit sneaky here. Might be able to catch one player. There's one. Peekaboo. There's one for Cobra. Oh, looking for the second. The aggression from Cobra as he gets 2. Can't quite get the rest of them, but look at his teammates. Skittles and the boys are now going to push straight through Kitchen here. They've got to be quick, though, because you can see number 8, Ellis, is just going to come around the back and potentially spoil the party a little bit here. Oh, never mind. He's actually going to jump straight past him. He didn't anticipate him to be there, and now Skittles mopping up the players on the point. Really good work there from him. And meanwhile, over towards the B point, Hayden is going to be the lone man. He falls, and it looks as though, again, it's going to be another strong opening to the attacking side here. This time in favour of Bleedy Nose. Dox pushing his way into reception. There's still a few players lurking, though, on his side, but they are going to have to try and take these players down quickly because that first tick has gone through. The second tick, though, they just stop it short right when they needed to. And we are going to see the streak usage come out, and Skittles manages to take 2 players down over towards that A point. A really good use of the cruise missile. And again, it's just going to milk that timer. With 38 seconds remaining and 7 lives to the good, Incentive Arise Dynasty are looking very good for their money at the moment. Big picks, though, coming through. Ellis only able to grab 1 before Dox drops. I think they might potentially give this one up. Yeah, now Skittles has dropped. That one is done. So they will get the A point. They will buy themselves additional time. But the one thing they do have to be careful of now is lives. You can see the spread of players. And JT's actually going to opt to invest Dead Silence here to clear out this top bedroom side. So potentially a really smart play here from JT. They need to try and shift Riz, though, because as soon as those players shift onto the point, you know he's just going to be pinching them from the side that they are not going to enjoy it. And here it comes. There's one for him. He's going to dip out with his life. And meanwhile, Dox, though, does a really good job, actually, of just staying alive. Will fall eventually, though, and now Bleedy knows they are running out of lives here. These next sets of kills, they need at least, you would say, 1 wave of kills here without a death. And that is a decent start. 3 kills to the 1 death. Now sees them only trailing by 4. Docs gets a pick as well. So now 11 plays 8. And we're going to see another streak investment here, this time by Riz. He's not going to be able to get a kill, though. But they are winning gunfights over towards the point. Can he get the second here? JT trades out Skittles after he gets that pick. And now 9 plays 5. Big one-on-one on the hill. JT, can he stay alive? He can. And now look at those assault rifle players. They're just going to try and keep him alive. But Hayden going to try and upset the party. There's one for Hayden. There's the second as well. The nades are out. He's going to get a third as Hayden shoots through what looks to be the remains of Bleedy Nose. Rico does come through with a 2-piece, but he will drop. And Bleedy Nose, Jesus, they managed to capture the point right at the nick of time. Somehow, they managed to stack it right at the end. Even the kills that came through from Hayden, they just didn't stop the progression. And I thought that one was done. It's not. And we get a round 5 in the control now. My God. And breathe. So who is on that attacking side? It's going to be Bleedy Nose. So can incentive arise even after a really decent defensive hold? They have, unfortunately, invested every single streak that they had in that round, and they didn't win it. So how is this one going to pan out? Ooh. Bit of a wonky nade there coming through from Riz. But again, it's going to be a really quick hit coming through from Kitchen. Cobra round the back. Can he manage to make this one work? Or he's going to try and dip out, but he can't get out quick enough as JT and Docs clear out a lot of players. See Hayden up towards this top bridge area, able to get one important pick. But now that A progression has come through so quickly. So quickly. And it buys them 2 minutes of time to be able to work something here. You can see the stack of bodies that Incentive Arise Dynasty have put over towards that bedroom side, then over towards Garage. They want to be holding that side in case they do subsequently get on the point. But it's not going to be easy. Bleedy Nose have got a lot of time and a lot of patience to push these players out, and they get a couple of kills. But now this is where they have to go. Oh my goodness, JT gets a pick as well. This one could be done before it's even really got started. There's one pick for Cobra, and the progression's still coming through. Docs is still alive on the point. Docs wins a gunfight alongside JT, which now means the progression is coming through so quickly. This is looking done, to be honest. Unless they can clear these players out, it's going to be so hard. Skittles flies, Skittles dies, and that is the map done. Bleedy Nose put on the attacking side. They take the attacking round, and they take very much what is an attacking map. Unfortunately for Incentive Arise, they just couldn't get the kills. They held the map positioning, but they won the gunfights. They pushed all the way round the back, did Bleedy Nose, and they made them pay for it. I mean, Hayden at 27 and 19, they didn't really get battered about in terms of kills. But Bleedy Nose now take the lead 2-1, and Incentive Arise on the brink now of dropping down to the losers bracket. So just confirmation of the maps there, guys. So map 2 and 3 go in favour of Bleedy Nose. The whole bookie, Mr. Brookie. How you doing, Bookie? Bookie, we've got a new noise, mate. The Bosh. Thank you very much, mate. How are you, mate? How are you? 10 months. The big double digits, Brookie. Love to see it. How are you, sire? How are you? Welcome, welcome. Well, if any of you guys are just tuning in, like Mr. Brookie. Oh, Sam's here as well. What the hell? The boys have rocked up in numbers. How are we, Samuel? Yeah, if you guys are just jumping on board with us, Incentive Arise Dynasty now find themselves one map away from dropping down to the losers brackets, and Bleedy Nose find themselves one map away from potentially pushing through to the winners final. Let me just quickly make sure I've got the boys on the right sides. I think I do. Cool. We are ready to go. How are you though, gents? Welcome, welcome. Long time no speak. Well, since we raged on COD because it took us 85 years to get a GB. But hope you guys are well. Hope you guys are well. Yeah, guys, I will just show you guys the bracket as to what we have got here in the XP League. So Vitalize Academy and the boys, as mentioned before, that will be our game tomorrow at 8 PM GMT on this channel. So if you do want to keep tabs on that one, feel free to drop a follow on the stream. And also, follow us on Twitter if you haven't done already, because I always tweet out what the games are. So if you want to keep tabs on what we're casting, where we're going, what we're doing, feel free to drop a follow on the old Twitter, and I'll drop you one back. I'll just drop it in there. Shameless plug, you know how it is. But yeah, the losers games down in losers round 2. We've obviously got Orion and Dave Esports still to play in losers round 1, and whoever comes out on top of that one will play XC Empire. And then Illusion Uprising versus MES is going to be the other one. Bookie wants a major suit. Oh, you're playing GBs now. Oh my god, the whole gang's here. Ollie's here as well. 17 months, Oliver. What a man. How are we, handsome? Abosh. Thank you very much, Oliver. How are we? How are we? Missing number 1 AR. The stiffest of them all, Sam. Still got the S&D Riz, though. So, map number 4 here in the winners semi-final is now underway. As mentioned, if Bleedy knows win this one, they go through to winners final. But in Centre of Rise Dynasty, they need to take this map to keep their hopes alive in the winners bracket here in the XP League. So we'll see how this one unfolds. Again, still on Hotel. And that last game 5. Abosh. Just for you, Bucky. There you go, mate. So a strong start right off the rip here for Bleedy Nose, actually. They struggled in the first hard point, but they have started very, very well here in the second in map 4. And as the boys get ready for the rotations towards P2, you can see that Cobra, he's just waiting all the way out the back. And like a Cobra, he strikes, able to win that pick out towards the back of the map. And they're going to find themselves in a bit of a foot race now to maybe try and work something on this P2. But they do find themselves a really good 30 seconds on the P1. Those opening picks, really, really important, and that is exactly what they're going to bank on here. Cobra still waiting before he flies around the corner, flies at Ellis, and that kill feed very much in favour of Incentive Rise Dynasty. They've had a tough start to it, but don't count them out in respawns. They're very, very good on hardpoint, it must be said. And they've obviously banked a lot of money on this P2. Nice work from Riz. He's so, so clean with this tack in hand in respawns. And now they find themselves pretty much just behind Bleedy Nose. He's going to pop Deddy here, actually, which is a surprise. Don't normally tend to see much Deddy on hard points, but it will be Incentive Arise that pretty much take the entire line share of time. And now Cobra, he's got a lot of responsibility, though. There's one for Cobra. Sacrifice around the corner, but nice work from Rico. Doesn't miss a bullet, and the trade is swift. And it might be a map here on Greenberg Hotel, where these guys are just chalking time and playing mainly for the rotation. You can see the stack of red arrows now that Bleedy Nose have got over towards this kitchen hill. Are they going to get the info of those players transitioning over mid? Cobra, oh, he's so weak. He must be literally a tickle away from dropping. Hayden's able to get one, but you can see they are just turtling up a little bit in the hill here. Ellis is going to try and fly around. He needs to grab at least a couple of kills here because his teammates have all fallen around him. Shots into Riz, gets the second. Cobra just waiting for the right time to strike here, but the pinch comes through right when he didn't need it to. And it will mean that Incentive Rise Dynasty will now retake the hill. And they will start putting the time on the board themselves. Riz, a big double, able to grab 2. But JT's going to try and bully his way in alongside his teammate. His teammate does fall, Docs falls, so too does JT. And now, rotation to P3. You can see the stack of players in towards that reception side. Hayden now finds himself on the receiving end of some crisp shots from Rico. Riz and Rico currently leading the way for both their respective teams. Riz is still going strong, 11 and 6. But Cobra finds himself on a 4 streak here. And if he potentially manages to get this cruise missile, this might be a really big moment for them. And he does manage to get it. So now, nice work from Cobra as he's starting to arrive to the party. 10 and 3. This streak is cut short, but it looks as though the damage potentially might already be done. There's a big pick coming through. Skittles can't win the second as Rico gets yet another double kill. Doesn't seem to do kills in singles, that man. Now the push through reception. Are they going to watch those lanes? Or did JT spot those players? Wow, that's a very much incentivized kill feed. And they're actually going to leave Riz with a lot of responsibility here. I didn't realise you can get the time from that side of it. Well, he's on the time. JT takes him off of it. But again, incentivized, just banking on the rotation, looking for that early investment on towards the next hill. And Rico is just going to slowly edge his way round. Rico grabs one. And it will be Hayden to try and fly around on the corner, but the kill feed is very much red. So incentivized Dynasty invested a lot in that rotation. They didn't win the initial gunfights, and we see now the ability that Bleedy knows have to just punch through some of these hills. Rico's going to get taken down. JT's going to try and get across to him to help him out quickly. Shots into one. Can he get any more? There's a couple alongside his teammate. Now as he flies around the corner onto Hayden, JT wins another one. And now as he starts to heat up a little bit, it is going to be the lead that pushes out in favour of Bleedy Nose. And Cobra loves his spots on this map, that's for sure. And he's just going to wait ever so patiently over towards that garage hill. He's going to reposition. Going to push out JT a little bit here, but JT on the preferred heady. He's going to come out on top of that one, and now with him on a streak, this is a big moment for JT. Can he manage to get it? Riz flies around the corner. No, he can't get it, so no cruise missile. You can see that Cobra still has his to work with. And Bleedy Nose are on. They are soaking up the time. But look at Skittles going through the top. Oh, it's actually going to be a team nade. That's not ideal. He was going to be the man to potentially make the pinch, and saying that, Ellis manages to trade Hayden out. That would have been a really big couple of kills if he was able to get it. You can see now the trades absolutely everywhere, littering bodies all over the place. But Bleedy Nose have that advantage. They've got that 40-point cushion. But with the scrap time that it looks as though incentivized Dynasty are going to get, it is just going to be halved. As the boys get ready for the next one. Ellis just locking down this middle lane. He's still got a few players to go through. You can see they're stacking it. Skittles, nice work to make the trade. But now incentivized Dynasty, they didn't have a good P1 on the opening rotation. Can they have a good one in the second one? Skittles is going to get spotted by Ellis up towards top bedroom, looking for the second. Oh, and Ellis, I think courtesy of a bit of hip fire, good luck, able to grab a second, can't quite get the third, but JT again is there for the trade. And when you look at the kills on the side of incentivized Dynasty, you would assume that they would be the team that holds the lion's share of time here on some of these hills, but they aren't at the moment. Cobra double positive, Riz doing well. It's only Skittles that's negative by one, and on the flip side, Doc's still struggling in terms of kills, but they aren't struggling in terms of time. But one thing you do worry for them is if they can't keep rotating and holding that time as important as they can, it might start to run away a little bit. But look at everyone now on the side of incentivized Dynasty spawning over towards kitchen. They've now got a bit of a leg race to get all the way round the back. And these gunfights in the back have proved absolutely huge. But Dox is going to be able to win two of them. And that is a full man wipe. And that is dangerous now if you're incentivized, because you've got to try and push your way through. The headies are not going to be ideal. The nade isn't from Skittles, that's for sure, as it just catches the corner of the wall. They've got to try and work this as a team. They fly around the corner. Big kills from Hayden. Big kills from Hayden. Can he get the third onto Ellis? Oh, that's a huge three-piece from Hayden. He had no right in winning some of those. And now he's going to be in the preferred position as he chews through even more players before JT finally trades him out. But that is a really big break there from incentivized Dynasty. They needed that one so desperately, because it looked as though Bleedy Nose were going to run away with all that time on the P2 once again. But they aren't. But saying that, they've broken straight back in, and that scrap time is going to push them very close to the 200-point mark. The one-on-one's going down in middle map. Cobra flies at JT, and he's able to win that one. So now incentivized, they're ready. But can they do what they've struggled to do so far? And that is hold a rotation. Ellis out the back. Cobra and the boys, again, they are ready and waiting, but I don't think anyone is currently watching the back here. Well, they are now. There's the first pick. Riz able to grab one of the players. Now those red arrows, they are flying in. Hayden and Riz win the gunfights, but now big one-on-one in the hill, which Hayden is able to win. So they do dig their feet in just about enough to keep themselves alive. Big one-on-one wins from Hayden once again. And they've still got the streak of Cobra, I do believe. No, they haven't. Cobra's actually invested it. I didn't actually see that. I missed that one. So no streak now for Incentivized Dynasty. But look at that score. With the scrap time, they will now take the lead. An incredibly close hardpoint is now going to edge ever closer. You can see Rico's got a big couple of gunfights potentially on his cards very, very soon. They're going to try and push through Spark. And Hayden might get some god timing here if he peeks his corner at the right time. There's one for Hayden. Can he get the second? No, Rico. The trades are swift. But Cobra at least stops that man from getting on the hill. Dox is going to soak up the time. Just tucks himself in towards the corner. But now look at the spawns over towards Spar. Skittles is able to take the man off the hill. That's the main thing. And now, can he stay alive for long enough just to enable his team to help him out here? You can see that Hayden's going to help him out with one kill. Can he get a second? Hayden with two. Chopping down more players. Hayden with another big three-piece as he finds himself on 30 kills now. And it will be Ellis that's still the last man standing. It just feels as though it's been this all game long. They're getting kills, but they're not getting a huge amount of time to show for it as Ellis gets a big two-piece in towards the hill. And this scrap time, if you're Incentivized Dynasty, you are now stuck. Do you take the scrap time and try and contest it? Or do you bank it all on this Diner hill? Skills and the boys ready and waiting. Look at number 5, Dox, able to win one. Hayden, though, again with a big kill. Just seems to be the last man standing in so many of these situations. They're now locked in. Are they going to read the spawns? Cobra's out the back. Cobra with one. Cobra, can he get the second? Can he get the second? Oh, he gets the second, but the third onto JT isn't quite there. But they're still on the time, and the pinch is coming through. Dox is making the flank. He's making the route. He's making the patient play. Can he get it? No, Riz makes the reads, and that kill feed is very yellow. Incentivized Dynasty. Are they going to do this again? When they're on the back foot, they somehow stay alive in these moments. Hayden's waiting, but so too are the boys in red. There's one pick for Hayden. Needs to stay alive. Can he get the second onto Ellis? Hayden with another big kill. 33 and 22. He's putting the boys in the backpack now as they look to try and at least contest the hill. Can Dox get in? Dox with one. There's still more players in. They need to try and contest it. There's only 1 second remaining, and we are getting our Game 5 again with this Incentivized Dynasty roster. They love it. 250 to 231. And Mikado S&D is now pending. Connor. Big kills from him, Senore. Oh my. Incentivized Dynasty. They were putting numbers up in kills. Bleedy knows if they just put more numbers up, they probably would have taken that map, let's be honest. I'll quickly sort out the map score for you guys. What a map that was, though. Jesus. There you go, guys. Confirmation. Game 5, baby. You know the drill. Richie knows the drill if he's Sophie knows the drill. The boys just love a Game 5. I'm very grateful that they do this for us. My God. Incentivized Dynasty and a Game 5. Name a more iconic duo. I will wait. Oh, man. What a winner's semi-final game this has been so far. So, Mikado Las Almas. Search and Destroy is going to be what decides who goes through towards that winner's final against either Vitalize Academy or the boys. What a game indeed, Sophie. What a game. Your boys never disappoint. There's always a good game with your guys. That's why whenever they get them, I'm like, hey guys, do you want me to cast? Do you need a caster? I'll come cast. Bloody hell. Right, let me make sure I've got everyone on the right sides. If I do. Exactly, Loose. Exactly. Game 5s all day long, baby. I think that is now 1, 2. That's the third. This is the third Game 5 in a row now for Incentivized Dynasty. they do spoil me. They do spoil me. As the guys get ready to go into Game 5, guys. Yeah, a cheeky regain because my God, that was a hell of a hard point. It looked as though Bleedy knows we're going to get that one and over the line. Tina wants a major soup. Thank you very much, T. Have a free Bosch as well. The Bosch. I'll make sure I'm on the right side so I'm not milking the guy's time. Yeah, guys, game 5 ready to go. We are going to jump straight into it. I don't know if there's any mods in the chat if you can do a channel point prediction for game 5. Because, to be honest, I don't think I'll be able to call it. So we'll have to wait and see. But one thing that we do know about Mikado S&D is the opening engagements are very, very quick. Loose, mate, this is what we do. Game 5 passion. This is what we live on. Oh, and someone's got a boomstick. Who is it? Probably going to be Docs. I think it is Docs. It's Rico. Oh, okay, Rico. See what he's got in the tank for us. So, Mikado Las Almas, search and destroy. And there you go. Just to start it off. A typical Hayden boomstick kill. Is going to see it right off the way. And now, an instant 2 versus 4 for Docs and Ellis. With some opening picks. Oh, and Specs with the biddies. Suey. Thank you very much, mate. Hayden manages to pick off Docs. And this is a very clean opening round here. For the boys of Incentivized Dynasty, Ellis will manage to grab one, at least. You can see now the Cobra and the guys, they are ready and waiting. Ellis spots Riz in the corner, but with these players where they are, it's going to be so hard for them to get a pick. But he does manage to get one on. Whoa, holy ego, chow. He just went for that. 19 seconds remaining. They're going to try and defend it from tunnel, though. It's going to be so hard. Yeah, he's just going to play the time here, Riz, and a nice kill to get that one over the line. You need what? What do you need, T? What are you saying? My C wasn't good enough? How dare you? How dare you? So, trophies out, nades out, peekaboo. Docs slaps one right in the face there as Cobra opens up the door. Skittles is just lurking outside the window here. I don't think they know he's here. Ooh. If he's quick, he might get a kill, but he's not. And unfortunately, he's going to die for it. So it will now be Riz and Hayden, last men up. Oh, Riz puts bullets in, doesn't get the pick. But can they at least stop the plant? Oh, JT, his ankle's showing. Oh, he somehow stays alive. Never mind, Hayden does manage to just about get the kill onto him. So now 2 versus 2. Riz and Hayden still yet to die. Docs flies right out the back. Oh, he's so one-shot. Is Riz, and so too is Docs, I believe. But they're still going to stick with this plant over towards the A site. And now a bit of free running from Hayden. The next pick is huge. Docs is just waiting. Doc spots him, and now it's all on Hayden. Got to check his corner here, because Rico's waiting, and Rico wins it. So Bleedy knows take that round number 2, and they tie it back up. You ain't baiting me, Tina. No chance. So big kill there from Rico. 1 apiece now. I mean, would it be rude to ask for a round 11 in the game 5? Probably not. just saying, guys, if you wanna give it to us. And Captain Boomsticks at it again. Hayden opting to go for the MCPR right over the cross of middle map, and you can see that they are not going to chow that one again. JT's going to flood straight in, but this pace and aggression there from Skittles just catches him out almost instantly, and we just about missed that one, but Hayden picks one off. Skittles gets a second, and this is looking like a very, very quick round. Oh, Ellis will get one. So now 1 versus 1 up against Hayden. Hayden does have bomb, and he spots him, and Hayden doesn't miss that one. There's Bosches everywhere.
Cristiano Ronaldo, Suey.
Bosches and Sueys. Can you wallbang that while you stand directly towards it? I assume you can, T, to be honest. Hayden wallhacks confirmed. No, I'm joking. Oh my goodness, there's Bosches everywhere. I'm trying to get them in before the round starts. There you go. Round number 4 sees the boys of Incentivized Dynasty just playing a little bit more passive here. They don't want to give away that first blood, but Cobra's going to be on the receiving end of it. Docs, out he goes. Whoa, and his teammate Ellis actually helps him stay alive with that one. And they've got them pinched in. Potentially a little bit here. No, never mind. As Riz wins that one. Hayden just waiting to see if Bleedy Nose give him anything to bite on. JT's still waiting for his first kill as well, actually. Which is surprising to see. Now the Deady's being popped by Riz. Can he check this corner quick enough for it to reset? Oh, he's going to run straight past him. So there you go. JT gets his first one on the board. And it could be an important one that sees his team tied this one back up. Got to check all the corners. It's so difficult. Hayden trying to stay alive. Rico gets the pick. And we are tied up again with a few more Bosches. Oh dear, what have I done? What have I done? That's it, final kill here from Rico. Bosh. What's the G8 spot, Danny? So, 2 rounds apiece. Hayden still watching mid. And the boys from Incentivized Dynasty still set on heading in towards top house. Over towards A. Riz has got help. Cobra and Skittles are going to be nearby. And Skittles has just edged his way up a little bit. Keep an eye on number 5 though on your mini-map. Docs is going all the way around the back as all this action is unfolding. Is Docs going to check his corner? Docs going to check his corner. There's a free one. Able to get the pinch onto Hayden. And now they're really in a difficult position. Docs again getting really aggressive. Runs straight into a second. Nice work from Docs. Looking for another one. And big round from Docs. Sees Bleedy Nose now take the lead. And the aggression with dead silence pays absolute dividends for him here. Docs picking up 3 big kills in that round. And now the turns have well and truly tabled. Bleedy Nose in the driving seat. Ellis is having a really good game alongside Docs with those 3 kills. The Cobra and JT still just struggling on both of the teams. They are getting well in towards the mix over towards A. And Mikado S&D is just brutal for trying to catch the first bloods. Nice shots though from Skittles. Able to weaken one player. JT is still lurking over towards house. But he's going to get taken down as Skittles. Look at Cobra. A really cheeky spot. And now they've got to try and push in. This little bait though on towards JT. He's got to try and pick a direction to push in here because he's going to get shot from both directions. Rico gets the trade. So now 2 versus 2. Rico and Ellis up against Riz and Cobra. They're going to look to try and maybe isolate Ellis a little bit here. They aren't on the bomb though. Riz gets a big pick. Now Ellis, last man up, just needs to defend the bomb. They are sticking it. Riz is sticking the bomb here. He's got to go quick. He's got to fly him. Oh, he takes him off the bomb. Beautiful work from Ellis in a huge round. And now Cobra finds himself chasing a kill. He does stab him, but I don't think he's got enough time for the defuse. No, he does not. And Ellis, perfect timing and execution. Just to peek the bomb, take the man off of it. And it now sees Bleedy Nose up another round. 2-round deficit now for the boys of Incentive Arise. But a big moment in the game and potentially the series. Played that so patiently, did Ellis. And plaudits to him because his search and destroy in Game 5 is getting better by the second. 8 and 5 now for him. And now Incentive Arise on the back of that are switching it up. Docs is going to be all on his own over towards B. He needs to take down at least one. Oh, the timing is criminal. Absolutely criminal for him. So that bomb is going to go down absolutely sharpish. Now they try and take out Hayden. Good team shots to take him out of top 10. But now the push needs to be executed to perfection here. 35 seconds. They're going to try and push him through the window. There's a freebie for Cobra. A little bit aggressive there, just flying out towards those players. Didn't necessarily need to do that, Cobra. Could have played his life a little bit longer. But now Ellis and Rico, they've got to be quick. Riz and Skittles are lurking. And you would assume they'd just maybe peek this. There's one for Riz. I think this round is done. All of a sudden, Rico, with 10 seconds remaining, is not looking good, bruv. There's one for him. We'll get the 2 picks, but he won't get the defuse to go with it. And it will be a round in favour of Incentive Rise Dynasty. So just mixing it up a little bit. Does pay off for them. Going towards that other site, which we don't tend to see a huge amount on Mikado, it must be said. But the timing there for Docs was absolutely horrific. If he didn't turn around, that could have been a completely different round for them. I wonder if there was something that occurred, maybe a nade or a couple of stuns over towards A that just baited him to turn around to mid. And again, we go back to the bread and butter A push. Number 3, Cobra. He's desperately trying to push up. He does manage to get up, though, towards the side of the house. Might be able to make the play. Cobra, in he goes. There's one for him. Skittles grabs one as well, and all of a sudden, you can see number 8, Ellis, is so exposed on the outside. Surely dead to rise. Cobra with another big kill. And now Rico, last man up. Oh, they spotted him. Surely they spotted him. He does still need to retrieve the bomb here, Rico. You see Cobra and Hayden have just backed up really heavily in towards mid. Rico is slowly working his way all the way around the back. Is he going to get the kill onto Hayden? There's one onto Hayden, and I think he spotted Cobra as well. I think he knows where Cobra is, but he's got to try and do something with the bomb here. Cobra and Rico, 1 versus 1. This is an absolutely huge round, and Cobra's in he goes. Cobra wins the gunfight, and it will be a round for Incentive Rise Dynasty. And a huge round at that. 4-4 now. Cobra just being aggressive, takes the gunfight straight to Rico. And now we are tied up 4 apiece. The waft of the round 11 is now coming through. Rico's having a hell of a game. 11 and 4 for him. The first man on double digits. You feel if JT can just get himself into this one, Bleedy Nose would look probably your favourite. Nades coming through. Trophies are down though, so the counter comes in. Rico will manage to get one though, and Cobra gets one as well, so it's becoming a bit of a bloodbath over towards A like we're used to seeing. Watch mid-map. Hayden watching it. Oh, he misses the shot. No, he misses the shot, and JT gets the pick. So now it's 2 versus 2, and Skittles might get shot in the back here. A huge moment potentially in this series. Hayden now needs the 1 versus 2. Oh, out he goes. He wants nothing more to do with that. Going to dip himself in. Look where JT is. He's so far tucked in the corner of the house. It's going to be so difficult for Hayden. He needs a pick on the exterior of it with the sniper, really. Because doing it with an X12 is not ideal. In he goes. They can surely hear him. They can surely hear him. JT hears him. He's going to fly at him. Potentially, nope. Thinks better of it. He's so weak, though, is Hayden. And he doesn't have the weapon to do it. He's running out of time. 18 seconds. Clock is ticking. Does manage to retrieve a gun, but Docs locks down his lane and gets the kill. So Bleedy Nose now on match point. 5-4 up. 1 round needed to see them progress into the winners' final. Doc there with the tack. Doesn't miss a bullet. And good work there from JT and Docs, just not allowing Hayden anything to bite on in that round. And now Incentivized Dynasty, they are up against the ropes once again. Can they manage to pull through like they have done so many times in these situations? They need the last remaining potential 2 rounds here. Otherwise, this one is done. Nades are coming through. Rico gets one. Oh, JT! What's JT just done? What? Jamie Topic, what have you done? Oh my god, his teammates are getting kills. There is still somehow a 2 versus 2. But what did JT just do? Did he just stick the back of his teammate's head? Oh my god. What was that? Well, breathe. It's a 2 versus 2. Hayden, though. Can they get the kills? JT, he can redeem himself. It's now a 1 versus 1. JT versus Hayden. Bleedy has been popped for JT. But he doesn't have the bomb. Hayden. Oh, Hayden hears him. He's not got the gun for this JT. He takes the chow anyway, but Incentive Arise Dynasty. We get round 11, baby. We love it. 5-all now. Game 5. The triage is complete. 5-5 and 5. Who is going to take this round? Who is going to be on the offense? Who is going to be on the defense? It is going to be Incentive Arise Dynasty that will be attacking. 23 kills, by the way, between Rico and Ellis. They've had an impeccable game. And Incentive Arise Dynasty, they are going to go to the bomb site that paid off for them last time. Dox is on his own. He's got to be the man to make the play. They are all here with him. He's almost got Deady. Dox needs this kill. He needs at least 1. Dox gets 1. There's still a second man on his right. I don't think he's seen him. He doesn't. Oh, Rico puts the... Oh, my God. I think he was dead anyway. But he puts it straight in towards his mate's back pocket. And now it's a 3 versus 2. They've got the numbers here, Bleedy knows. And they know where these players are. They just need to play it smart. Deady now for Cobra. JT's waiting in dark. You can see that Ellis is all the way out the back. Ellis spots him. Oh, Cobra! Like Neo from the Matrix, just about dodges under those ones. They've got to plant the bomb. And now, unfortunately, that dead silence has gone. They've got to get on the site. They've got to get the bomb down. Cobra's going to have to drop at some point, and his teammate is going to have to try and keep him alive here. Cobra. Bomb's now going down. Can they respond quickly enough here? Nade goes in. Cobra's so one-shot. He's got to try and get out. Somehow manages to get away into 10. Skittles wins 1. There's still both players in mid, though. Can he get away with his life? He can. Skittles just about dips out. Cobra now. Is he going to go through? Cobra gets 1. Oh, but Rico wins 1. It's now a 1 versus 1. Up against Skittles. 27 seconds. Oh, he spots Skittles. Is Rico going to stick this? Rico's sticking it. Skittles has got to check the bomb. He's got to check the bomb. Rico's just defusing it. He's toying with him. Is he going to get the defuse? Oh, I think he got it. He got the defuse, and Rico manages to come through with the win right at the end. Bleedy knows. Oh, my God. What an end to the series. Rico with balls of steel just sticks the defuse. Oh, my God. Oh, what a game. Holy. 3-2, game 5, round 11. You could not ask for more from these guys, and it came down to the finest of margins. My God. There's the scores. And breathe. Wow. Oh my days. What a series we have just seen between these two. It feels criminal that one team has to lose, because that was phenomenal to watch from start to finish. It will be the boys of Bleedy Nose progressing through to winners final, but my God. Incentive Arise, they came so close to it. So close to it. I'll put the replays up on the screen for you guys now. But Rico just calls the bluff, sticks the bomb. Skittles can't get the kill. And it sees the boys of Bleedy Nose progressing through the winners bracket. Incentive Arise Dynasty, they will drop down into losers bracket. But my God, GG's in the chat. for that one, because that was a phenomenal series. My goodness. Well, it feels rude to end it after that. My goodness. But thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. If you did miss any of the moments, they are now happening on your screen in the highlights. If you do happen to not follow me on Twitter and you do want to know what games I'm casting as and when, feel free to head over there. Click on the old link in the chat. Drop a follow. I'll give you one back. And, yeah. Now we need to regain because we've got another winners semi-final game tomorrow, 8 PM, the exact same time. Vitalize will be back on the screen against the boys. And that will be another really, really good series. So thank you again to everyone who's tuned in. GG's to the players. And a big shout as well to the guys. Specs for dropping the biddies. Ollie for the sub. Bookie for the sub. Rise for the biddies as well. Dave's with the sub. Rise with the sub. Specs again with some gifted subs as well. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. If you're new and old, it's very much appreciated when you guys drop by the stream. And I get to see your beautiful faces in the chat. It makes it so much better. Apologies. I did think Pablo was going to be here, but unfortunately, the beer got the better of him, so he didn't rock up. He just stayed at the pub, the cheeky bastard. But hopefully, I don't know if he'll be in for tomorrow's game. I don't think he will be. I think it will just be me again. But thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. Smooches for all, as you know. But I will be back tomorrow, 8 PM on the dot, for our next winners semi-final game. So if you guys haven't already dropped a follow on the channel and you do want the noti, feel free to do so. If not, and you do happen to drop by the stream, I'll see you beautiful people tomorrow. So yeah, thanks again, guys. Much love to all of you, and we'll see you tomorrow for some more Call of Duty Passion. Thanks again, guys. See you then.